the sooner that we can start to see that the 3D experience that we're having is a manifestation of the 5D, the better. And the easier this journey is going to be for people. We need to grasp the concept that the physical reality is a secondary reality to the spiritual reality. And it's like you almost have to alter the avatar experience up here or alter the energetic experience up here so that your avatar down here does something different. Does that make sense? And that's also what the film The Matrix shows us a little bit as well. It's like there's these controllers up here that are affecting things in Neo and Trinity's reality, and that's basically what's happening in this spiritual journey as well. It's like the 3D is a byproduct of the 5D or the spiritual primary reality. So rather than a lot of the time, rather than fixing the separation or the illusion of separation or the disharmony or disconnect or whatever you want to call it that's happening up on a spiritual level, or you can talk, I guess you could talk about the spiritual level as being deep inside you as well. It's there that the problem is, and people want to try and fix things with this 3D other person, and they're grasping at them, trying to figure out I'm expressing all this love to you, why are you not giving it back to me, and I'm seeing you with someone else, why are you not with me, and all that sort of thing. And it's almost like you've got to take yourself out of that physical experience and sort of pull yourself up as if you're sort of looking down on yourself, not in a hierarchical sense, but in a being the observer sense. So you're looking down and seeing where all the pieces are in the game, pieces being you and your twin and the other partner and the friend and whoever else is involved, the people you work with and all that stuff. You've got to sort of distance yourself from that and start to see, okay, so what's happening with those avatars. That's a manifestation of what's happening on a higher vibration. So, and then that's where you can start to shift things. So you start to what's the word? It's like you start to heal at that level and start to dig deeper and discover why do I not want to be with myself up there? What aspect of myself am I separate from up there, that or inside that, or that what aspect of myself am I trying to be separate from, and why? You can start to observe who is that other partner, what is their sort of energy, what are they like as a person that you don't have at the moment, what are those qualities that you're disowning, that you see in them, or that you see in your twin as a whole person. But yeah, we've got to see the 3D as the secondary reality, and the internal state or the balance there, or what's happening on a spiritual, less dense level, on a more vibrational, energetic, sort of more etheric, less less physical reality, what's happening there. And then as you start to shift that state on that level, you start to bring your energy into balance and start to change the state of disharmony at that level, that's when you then start to see what's manifesting as different. And it's also what was I saying? Yeah, you start to see what's happening in your life is different. And yeah, there's a good chance that, like I've said before, there's a good chance that you've actually manifested what you want, but whether that's appearing in your reality will be respective to how out of alignment you are. So just as a way to explain it so that you understand, it's like I feel like I separated from my masculine around 2.5, around the age 2.5. So you could say that if I instantly manifested my union when I met my twin, then it's in some way taken 2.5 years to equilibrate that back to the 0 point. So back to me being fully whole as one being. So it's like, but people think that, you think you're not that powerful, you think that you haven't manifested what you want and something else is happening, but it's not. It's your state of alignment that's causing your perception to be that it's not happened. And it's interesting because my twin married his first wife. I mean, I don't know who's who sometimes. I'm like, is that like future ex-wife or like future wife or past wife? I don't really know. Is that me? It's all a bit confused. However, there's a parallel in the dates as well. I could give the FBI a run for their money as well, by the way. With like, in terms of investigating, shall we say? I don't want to call it stalking, but having a good like investigation in this process. And he married her on the 21st of June, and I met him before that, but the point where we had the light in his eyes connection was when he was speaking at an event on the 21st of June, like 3 years later, on that timeline, which I find quite interesting. So I feel like either at that point or 3 years previous to that, he connected to self. Someone connected with that sort of sacred union manifestation on that date, but it's taken us both shifting out of alignment and like polarizing to then come back into balance to be able to actually experience that or see that starting to come towards us in the physical reality rather than on the like spiritual level. So it's like spirit into matter. So it happened like 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 2 years ago, depending on what timeline you're looking at. But until we've like fully unified on that higher level through connecting with other people and through grounding into body and stuff, that's when we're starting to see it happen in the 3D, because it's the secondary reality to the higher primary reality. Okay, so I hope I didn't waffle too much there, because I feel like sometimes when I don't know fully how to like get something out, I kind of like drag it out a little bit, but I hope that made sense. If you have any questions, just send me a message, and yeah, I'll be back soon. Thank you.